today we're going to be changing this key cylinder for the Prelude. When we go in, it has a whole bunch of play in it, and it's actually giving problems starting the car. So we're going to be replacing this portion. This is the actual key cylinder that goes inside the unit. It came with 2 new keys. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the process of how to install this. First process is to take this cover off, this little panel. It's held in place by Phillips screws underneath. So just take those screws out. So now we have the clamshell cover off. This is the portion we have to work with. This little screw, sorry. This is just a better visualization of the item since it's already out. This is the portion you have to squeeze in order to pull the whole unit out. So with all the covers removed, these are the little security bolts that you have to either cut a slot into or use a chisel or a hammer to hit them righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. After a few good hits, it'll be able to just come out like that. So there's the whole unit. You have to snake this out if you don't want to disconnect all the sensor for the clock spring. Sorry, the connector for the clock spring. So I just, sneak it out. You figure it out. Now this is that pin you have to squeeze in order to get it out. Just pull the whole thing out like that. Pull the whole thing out like that. Now I just gotta take off this outer ring. Ugh. Now I just gotta take out the outer ring, and then you could just reinstall the new one. Now how the hell you take this damn outer ring? There you go. Grab that back. So in order to take this outer ring off, you just basically grab it, turn it right, and it comes off. Now I just take this portion out, then you can just swap it in for the new one. So this is the new one we're going to be putting in, and this is the old one that we took out. Basically just match up, make sure everything looks about the same, and start reinstalling. There you go, screw it in. Already, I forgot how this shit goes. So, we basically put everything back on in the way it came off. Just gotta fix this section right here. Then you wipe it down. This goes on the outside like this. And you get the key, get the key from accessory mode 1. line it up and just slide it in. Giggity, giggity. Okay, so it's getting a little bit difficult doing it underneath the car. So I just took the 3 screws in the back, which take out the actual this, and now I'm just gonna try to, you know, get this thing to seat correctly outside the car. So it's, as you can see, the screw, the little section didn't pop up here, so it still has to go in about another 1/4 inch. So that's the issue I'm having, just trying to get it to sit correctly. You know, this screw has to be either removed or basically screwed up, so this way the actual cylinder would come out, because right now that's what's locking the pin in place. Okay, so after fighting with this thing, I was finally able to get it in. I'm gonna show you how I did it. Basically, you have this key in the first accessory mode, so this way this pin could go in. My own tumbler area is damaged right here, so the pin was not going down all the way because it was hitting this ridge. So I got a little metal zip tie, I placed it like this, and then was able to just slide this in just like that. And that allowed the pin to decompress all the way. So now I just gotta pull this whole thing out. And then, okay, so I pulled out a zip tie, and as you can see, everything is in all the way down. So if your aluminum section wasn't damaged like mine was, it should have slid out easier. So now that everything is in, you have to put the small screw back into this hole right here. That's what allowed the pin not to come out. So as you can see the pin right there in that little opening. So that means it's in the right area. I just gotta push it in a little bit further, and then that will seat it. So that's the small screw I was talking about. As you can see, the pin right here is seated completely. So now I could just take the keys out and the cylinder will stay inside. See, everything stays inside. That's how it's supposed to be. It took me a little while because, like I said, that little ridge is damaged. So if yours is not damaged, it should just go right in. So now we just find a way to snake this back in, put everything back together, and start the car up. Everything runs and everything works. You did a good job. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's